Since made their way on.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to put that. My last thing in my notes were we head back to town. I forgot to put we got paid.
Yeah. Yeah, nope, you got
There we
paid.
go. Okay.
Dwarves went on their way after giving you your gemstone and their names to use for a discount at the weapon shop in town.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, they're like, yeah, if you go to one of the weapon shops, mention that we did work for them
Yeah.
and that might be able to get a discount. Okay.
Yeah, so basically what it amounts to is if you ever go shopping at Black Iron Blades in town, they'll give you 10% off the list price for anything you buy.
So you said it was Black Iron Blades is the name
Yes.
that they supply for? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I need weaponry. I might need to go shopping there.
Well, you could need other smith items. Well, there's
I don't know. I'm a pretty
specialty.
naturalistic kind of guy. Maybe I need a black iron walking staff. How about that?
You never know.
All right. So what time of day is it anyway?
Um, it was like middle of the night when you guys got back from your last adventure. So we'll say, uh, you've had a rest. Got some sleep. It's late morning the next day. I slept in a little bit, just before lunch.
Oh, guys, what should we go looking for now? Should we go look for some more trouble, or drink some more ale?
Why not both?
You have a point there.
Ale does often lead to trouble finding. That is true.
Now you guys are speaking my language.
Wea Fo is just like, no, hard pass on the ale. We're going straight for the dwarven spirits.
Spirits before noon.
Why not?
Yeah.
Shot,
hard to go home.
Shot.
Oh. By the way, which one of you is mage-like?
Biltram's the wizard.
Yeah.
Daylard knows magic stuff too.
Yeah,
but
I'll tell you,
Biltram's the
I'm a
wizard.
druid, so I have magic, but I'm not a wizard like Biltram.
What
Okay, so
did
Biltram,
did you say mage-like or maid-like?
mage-like.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what you said. It was kind of quiet for some reason.
Yeah, so Wea Fo is going to ask Biltram if he happens to know how to identify items.
Well, I do know how to perform detect magic, and I can comprehend several languages. But is there anything in particular you had in mind?
And he will show a couple of items that he's picked up. He's like, I believe that these are magical, but I have no idea what they are.
I see. Well, yeah, I suppose that I can indeed take a look at them and see what we can find.
Thank you.
What are the objects?
I believe that Colin has that information. I'm trying to find it here in my list.
Let me. If the items from last week would be a couple of identical looking potions
Oh, yes.
Ah, that's right.
that you picked up off the goblin's boss.
Okay. Well, I
Chug, 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 chug.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, I guess, to see if I can detect. Since they're potions, I'm gonna try and detect at least like what kind of aura they hold. If they're like a bad thing or a good thing or something along those lines. If they're, I guess, somewhat meant to be beneficial to the drinker or otherwise.
All right, let's see what you find out. If they do detect as magical, you do get a faint aura of enchantment magic off of them. Though you're pretty sure that's just a standard for a item such as these.
Hmm. Well, it seems that they are indeed some kind of enchanting liquid. I'm not sure what the intent is exactly behind um, what's within the bottle. I would assume that given the presentation, they're not meant to be particularly harmful, but I can't necessarily say for a fact.
Oh, we could always take them to a wizard in town. I'm sure they might be able to identify what kind it is.
Yes, maybe. I I do wonder if perhaps it would be maybe just difficult in order to tell what the intent of the goods is without trying it. But I could be wrong. Maybe there is a, particular fellow in town who could determine what it is. However, I might instead try a few. Um, I'll try a few tests with my Alchemist's Kit and see if I can at least detect any particular types of common poisons, and maybe we'll go from there.
All right,
Sounds good to me.
give me a roll with
Would
your
like.
alchemist stuff.
Yeah, let's do it. I haven't gotten to use these yet. Yeah. 19. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of simple tests for poisons in your kit there. Um, it doesn't seem to detect as poison with any tests that you have available to you. Not that your list of available tests is comprehensive by any means, but with what you've got and what's commonly available, it seems safe from poison.
Well, good news is it's not anything commonly terrible. Bad news is I suppose it could be something particularly evil. But it would have to be quite exotic, and I would not believe that where we found it would be a place where someone would find something of such exotic nature. So, should be good for someone to try or for use somewhere along the way. Though I can't say yet what the actual outcome of consumption would be.
Well, we could either try it now, or we could wait until a situation pops up to where it might be useful.
Indeed. I suppose you did say you were looking for trouble, didn't you?
I do recall saying that, yes.
Picks one up and shakes it, seeing the little floaty bits of animal pieces in there. I believe this is right up your alley, Dalar.
All right, bottoms up. Well, I'll take it, open it up, and down the hatch. See what happens.
All right. Let's see.
I drink liquid fireball.
So, you drink the potion. It's a little bit difficult to get it down with all the bits of animal fur and nails and such that floating inside, but it goes down and feel a nice warmth filling yourself. You find yourself. Come on, let's load. You feel suddenly that you would be better at becoming friends with animals.
Wait a second.
Even better than he already is. Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't know if anything changed, guys. I feel pretty much the same as I did before.
And then a bunch of like squirrels and birds come flocking to him.
I start singing like a Disney princess and animals just surround me.
Yeah, so the effects of the potion basically make it so for the next hour you can cast the effects of the animal friendship spell at will.
Oh boy. That could cause some trouble.
Well,
Yes.
I
So,
mean, you
same
got it
effect.
now.
Yeah, same effect as the spell you already have, except for an hour you can cast it without using the spell slot.
I don't have animal friendship, I don't think. I mean, I guess I
You don't have it prepared, but it's on your list
I
there.
think it was, see, animal friendship.
Yeah. Basically, it allows you to charm animals, beasts, dumb beasts mostly.
I might be able to take over the town with this spell.
Or at least hook up with a Kardashian.
And then take over the town with the spell. Well, I could probably convince a few animals to do stuff, but that's about it.
Interesting. I think I'll stick with the dwarven spirits.
I don't blame you.
Well, at least we now know that the potions likely are not negative. Good.
Yeah, and the other one looks identical in every way that you can tell to the first one, so it's a safe bet it does the same thing.
It's a trap. Don't trust the DM.
The second one's actually a potion of instant death.
Yeah.
But it looks identical.
Who would have guessed?
You got lucky this time.
Yeah.
Next time it'll be your life.
Yeah. Funny.
Alright, so after Dalar runs around and makes friends with all the animals in a 100-yard radius, what would you like to do now?
Obviously, make them all appear in the center of the town square.
And we could all drink ale from a big bucket.
No, just have them all line up. Now hear me out. And you have Dalar standing on a podium talking some nonsense shit. And all the animals are just lined up in rows, like listening to his every word.
This makes a lot of sense. I'm down with this.
Hey man, we probably got time left before I run out of before the spell runs off.
We'll say that you've got just enough time left if you'd like to.
I kind of have a feeling that this would immediately put him at the head of the lottery system.
It's rigged the whole time.
Oh yeah, you've got plenty of time to. So you can run around casting for an hour, but with each casting, it lasts for 24 hours.
Oh
You know, on a successful charming of the animals. So.
All right, so I'm basically just running through this town, casting it as much as possible, and after the hour runs out, we'll round them all up in the center.
All right.
I'm basically just casting it and yelling, "Follow me! Follow me!"
Okay, so
I'm casting it on every
living
creature that I
together.
can. Every creature.
yeah, every
You see that
applicable
horse in the
creature.
stable? You see that squirrel down there? You see that rat? They're all coming if they can. If they're smart enough.
Yeah, let's
That
see.
entire shelter of dogs.
It's more like
Yeah,
a
they're
shelter
coming
of
too.
fucking nothing.
Rats would be applicable. Horses would work.
You know what I
That's-
should do? As I charm 2 horses, I'll put 1 foot on each of them and ride them. I'll stand on the horses, on their backs.
It does
Summon
work for dogs
every
too.
animal.
All the animals. It'd be easier to get a list of every animal in this city. Figure out what doesn't work.
Yeah, Wea Fo is going to be sitting in the center of town, meditating
Here,
with a few pieces of food around like he normally does.
there's just an earthquake slowly building up from all the animals trampling around town. Slowly getting bigger and bigger.
And you can just see the smile spreading on Wea Fo's face of so much warm, so many little fur babies.
So after an hour or so, you've rounded up about a dozen dogs, a dozen horses, and several dozen rats. And they've all followed you to a town center.
All right. I'm gonna find a crate from a vendor and just take it, and like move it to the center and stand on it, and start talking to the and start addressing my people. Thank you for following me here today. I hope the journey was not too rough on you all. Now you're probably wondering why I gathered you here. I am too, but we'll get to that.
At this point, you also have several humans, dwarves, and elves and stuff looking on. Some of them being the owners of the dogs and horses that have followed you, wondering why their animals suddenly followed you.
We must all be vigilant. We must figure out why the weather is all shitty and cold here so much. Keep your eyes peeled. You never know when something's crawling around that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There's always somebody watching you shouldn't be watching. You gotta figure out who it is. And once you do, you gotta let me know.
We're here to clean up this town. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
We're gonna bring Bryn Shander back to its former glory, whatever that was. I turned away, Fo. What was its former glory? Do you know?
I believe the wall around the town might have been a bit more circular.
We will bring the circularness back to the walls.
Yeah, Wea Fo.
Torness back to the.
Dalar, give me like a persuasion or a performance.
All right, it's all +0. Oh my god!
I will assist.
No!
I will assist with the performance, by the way,
Okay, do I have assistance?
especially since I'm actually skilled in performance now.
It's persuasion though.
If you he rolled a persuasion, got a 1. If you want, you can roll a persuade or a performance 2 with advantage. Though your persuasion's gonna play into that somewhat too.
We must stick together in these trying times, friends. Keep heart. Even if you do not have a home right now, doggies, you will one day have a home. You will be able to roam freely.
As you're going through your speech, someone hops up on the crate next to you. And what better place to stick together than at the North Look, where we have drinks for all.
Yeah!
Aye, drink!
10% off your drink. Yeah, the North Look. 10% off your drinks. Tonight's only if you mention the animals here.
Put the animals in your code. Put the animals were here for the code in the box. Check out. For 10% off all beverages.
So stop on by the North Look today.
Where you can have it your way.
Except the animals. Don't eat the animals. That's bad.
Yes, do not eat the animals.
We serve animals, but not these animals.
Precisely, those animals are okay.
Yes, only the ugly animals.
Freshly caught trout. Every
Disgusting
night.
looking. And delicious.
Deliciousest in town.
That's not a word, and I agree with you.
He agrees
He
with
made it
me.
up.
So he hops off the crate and heads back to the North Look.
That is all. I'll hop off the box. Put the box back crate where I found it.
We'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Get the meal and try your waitresses.
Oh my god.
Wait a second.
Be right back. I gotta go grab some water.
So the owners of some of the animals try to round them up and return them to their homes.
Okay.
I was say, unless you intervene, they're a bit hesitant to go, but they do eventually go with them.
That's fine. I can always go find them again later. I've got 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I can do the whole shindig tomorrow if I want to.
Yeah, that you can.
Alright, so what time of day is it now?
That midday.
Oh my god, I still have a half a day. Think of all the possibilities.
We're gonna raise hell!
Alright, so now I gotta get more. I'm gonna have to cast a spell myself, get more animals, break the wall down with the animals, and rebuild it in a circle. That's definitely sound logic.
Someone give me a D20, please.
Got this, Brandon.
Yeah.
All right.
14 days till the next lottery where I die.
No, not this time. So, as you're stepping down from the crate, someone in the small crowd that had gathered steps up towards a group of you. In a hushed tone, he goes, "You hear what happened to that old wizard in East Haven? The evil one?"
I'll lean over. Which one is East Haven again?
I think it's the one where we met with the wizard. The one that didn't want to speak with us.
The one that's east of here.
Oh, East. Yeah, I remember that one. What about him?
Yeah. So they caught this old evil wizard in town, and I heard they tied him to a stake and lit him on fire.
Ooh. Anyway, that was flashy.
You want to know why?
Not particularly, but I'm sure you're going to tell me anyway.
Oh, I do. I definitely want to know.
He pushes Dalar out of the side and steps closer to Wea Fo.
I push him out of the way and stand right back where I was.
Wea Fo's trying to lean in to hear what the guy has to say.
I'm going to push him out of the way and just stand between them. I'm not going to stop him from going around me. I just don't want him to push me out of the way. I'll push him out of the way and stand there. And I'll, like, move my hands, like, show him to walk around me.
It's because he hired some 10-towners to help him find a buried tower. Then he killed them all to keep its location secret.
How evil.
Well, one of them told me where the tower is at before he died.
Ah, so you have useful information then.
I'd
Good
go
for
myself,
you.
but maybe it's something you'd like to explore. After all, you've made a name for yourself around town.
I nod in approval.
Well, that we have, yes. Do you know anything about this tower?
Just its
Other than
location.
its location.
Just the location.
Well, still, an old abandoned tower in the middle of this wasteland? Think of the history that it might have, Biltram.
Indeed, I was just pondering the idea myself. It could be quite the interesting find.
That's what I was just thinking in Dalar. It could have adorable animals in it. And we're both suckers for adorable animals.
I'll just point my finger at you. At you. You right.
Would you be willing to share this information with us?
I'd be more than happy to. For a price.
I fully understand. I should think that for that kind of valuable information, 10% of whatever we find would definitely be worth your while.
There's no guarantees you'll find anything, though.
Well, we still save you the time of going and not finding anything.
Yeah, but if you go and don't find anything, I don't get paid.
Ah,
And who's to say you even actually come back and give me my money? Sure, you might say you're trustworthy and all, but who's to say you don't skip town and not come back?
fair enough. What is it that you like?
We'll say 10 gold for the location, or if you would like me to guide you there myself, I'll do so for 20.
I have a counter offer. How about you take us to that general location for this beautiful bloodstone?
He looks it over for a moment. Alright, yeah, you got a deal.
Excellent. Yeah, I would think so. It's like 25 gold.
We'll prepare to leave first thing in the morning if that works for you.
It does. I believe that will give us plenty of time to have drinking and revelry this evening.
Huzzah!
Indeed, I will be studied and prepared.
Excellent.
And
It'll
by that,
be...
he means there will be plenty of drinking. His will just be tea.
Of course.
Huzzah!
It'll be about a 2-day journey.
Excellent. You two should make sure that you have plenty of provisions.
Yes, we'll have to go spend some coin to prepare for the trip as well.
And I should probably get some supplies. I need to make something nice for Dalar.
I'll raise an eyebrow. Then I'll
He's
lower it.
talking about lingerie.
Oh. I don't know if I would look good in that, though.
Who says it's for you?
could guarantee that you will not, Dalar, but it's the thought that counts.
I'm always slightly offended by that.
All right. So, we've got the rest of the day to make provisions as you wish.
Yeah, I'll buy rations and stuff for the trip.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wea Fo doesn't need any of that kind of stuff, but you know, probably should get some extra rations just for the woodland critters.
I was like, I've got my good berries if I have any spell slots available, as well as I can gather food if I need to pretty easily.
So I'll get 2 additional days worth.
Okay. We'll say 2 days worth of food.
The gold, I believe.
Yep, we'll say a gold per person.
This is too much.
I literally was reading it off of the list. That's kind of one of the nice things with this, is if you look at like rations, for example, and you hit edit on there, you see the description, the quantity, the weight, and all that on one side, but in the details it tells you it's adventuring gear, it's 5 silver piece, and it's 2 pounds.
Yeah, that would be the market price for it.
Like, I mean, unless the local area has inflated prices or whatever, if you're just going by the standard rates off of the book, it is really easy for people to go, oh crap, I'm low on XYZ. That costs this much. Deduct. That's kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
That's a nice feature for Foundry.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see them improve the character creation and level advancement process.
Yes.
That will be super awesome.
Much improvement coming soon, hopefully.
To a theater near you. Okay, so yeah, Wea Fo's just going to get a couple extra days worth of rations, mainly for the woodland critters that he might run into, or in case, you know, they die a horrible death, for the woodland critters that run into him. And and I don't think there's anything else that that Wea Fo would need, except I'm wondering if snowshoes might not be a bad thing to have, like, for all of us as standard gear, considering the depth of the snow occasionally that we go through in here.
For some reason, I thought I already had snowshoes. I don't know why. I don't see them in my
I don't see that
inventory.
That's why I was thinking that might be useful.
Yeah.
And I think that's is that considered a tool?
Sorry, what was that?
Snowshoes. I think that would be a wise thing for us to have.
Yeah, we were talking about, because I thought I had, for some reason I thought we had already found some or bought some, but I don't see them in my inventory. So
I don't think we bought snowshoes.
yeah, I must
What
be
I'm saying,
crazy.
people, we ain't got no snowshoes.
Snowshoes like snowshoes.
Well, they can be quickly bought for 2 gold a pair.
This is outrageous. Okay.
What?
That actually sounds pretty reasonable to me. Where can we find it? Or can we?
At the snowshoe shop, of course.
It should
No, I mean on the lists.
it should be findable. Um, it's under adventuring gear, or you should be able to search at the top for snowshoe.
Yeah.
It's in there as one word, snowshoes.
Got it.
Perfect.
I am not seeing it.
No shoes, like snowshoes, don't you know?
Oh, I've
Oh,
got it pulled.
maybe I'm not looking under compendiums. That might help.
Ah, yes. Try that. It should be in the items compendium.
Items. Snow shoes. Aye. I found them. They're shoes made of snow. Obviously. You can tell by the way that they're named.
Oh, and
That
this
would make sense.
snowshoes are actually on the list of things that Black Iron Blades does sell. So if you'd like, you can give yourself a 2 silver refund as your discount.
Puppies
Nice.
in the morning. That's what I'm talking about, people. Help out
You're
some dwarves. big
frigging
discount.
rich right now.
Already paying us back.
Loaded.
Already paying us back. Love it. Spend 2 gold, get 2 silver back.
Yeah,
But not
boy.
2 silverbacks. That would be dangerous. Never accept 2 silverbacks.
Unless you own a zoo, then it makes perfect sense.
Right? Hey, sorry guys. I gotta go check on the missus real quick. She wasn't
No worries.
feeling well earlier. Be right back.
Yep.
Fucking Google must know that we're playing D&D right now because I just got an email from like an ad about D&D. So
It knows.
these bastards won't leave me alone.
I hath returned.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Oh, is the missus doing okay?
Well, she's in the bathroom, so I'm guessing that she's recovering.
I see.
I don't know if she got food poisoning or stomach bug.
Ooh.
Either way, no fun, huh?
No. And of course, I just had my butt vibrated by a bolt of lightning outside.
Hmm.
So that's fun.
Neat.
Hopefully I stay online.
Yeah. It's storming pretty good where you're at right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I assume that it is. I've got headphones on, so I can't hear much of anything, and I didn't see anything outside.
Gotcha.
But I just felt that vibration, and I heard the rumble.
Yeah.
And the pain in my sinuses has gone away.
Huh.
So
That's
I think the
interesting.
pressure system has finally met its match, and we've got a storm brewing.
Oh yeah. That's
Like
way to do it.
it was threatening it all day since this morning, and I woke up with a sinus migraine.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does look like there's a storm cell going through the Nashville area, so...
Oh, there you go.
I'd say I don't have my iPad in front of me with all my fucking fancy weather gadgets, so I'm just guessing right now because I do remember there was at least earlier today when I was flying. There's storms in the Northland, storms in the Northeast land, and the Southeast land, and then small storms to the northwest, like ice, snow. That's all I really remember.
You don't need all that fancy crap. All you gotta do is go over to Wonderground.
Yep, that's actually one of the only non for flight, or I guess I should say aviation / FAA backed weather sites that I use, because Wonderground is actually more accurate than a lot of the stuff that the FAA approves. So
Oh, well, that's really neat to know.
yeah.
Hmm.
Now they take information from same place, as I understand. Like Wonderground gets information from Lados, just like the rest of the FAA National Weather Services, but National Weather Service basically limits and mitigates how much data is used to display like weather forecasts and stuff like that, whereas Wonderground is much less edited and restricted, basically, so that way they can kind of do more diagnostic depictions of what's going to occur, I guess I should say. So Wonderground's kind of more specific about the conditions and how things are going to end up more often. Sometimes they're completely dead wrong. Very infrequently, but sometimes it's completely flipped and it's just completely wrong. Sometimes. But most of the time they are generally very accurate by comparison to a lot of the FAA weather sources, which have their own pros and cons. But the main pros of the FAA weather sources, like from the NWS and from Lados, is that they're very specifically timed, and you can always rely on them coming out at specific times with specific information, that kind of stuff, whereas sometimes you won't get that with Wonderground. So but either way, yeah, I would recommend you use Wonderground if you have like an app, or like if you can post it to a background so you can just kind of see what the forecast is. I would do that.
Yeah, I use that, and I use Dark Sky.
Okay, yeah. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's because a buddy of mine was a nerdy amateur meteorological type individual. He loves studying these things, and there were downtimes at work where we had nothing to do, and he would start going off on a rant about him. So I learned through osmosis, really.
Yeah, that's cool.
It just got absorbed into my skin from the sound waves hitting me.
Yeah, that is the way that goes sometimes.
Yep. As it happens.
But I found that I too also have not quite passion for it, but an interest.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting stuff. Yeah, there's a very large amount of physics and science, and even some things that we don't understand yet, about weather formations and why certain things happen in specific ways.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely very, very cool stuff. And like the technology behind like weather detection and prediction is pretty interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wonderground's really good. Like I said, they're pretty damn accurate. Occasionally, it's very infrequently, but occasionally you'll have a report that's just like a complete 180 flip from what actually occurs in the weather, and I think that's mainly just like some kind of error in like data reporting. So they just get something, backwards. That's all.
Well, it's just like there were times that when I first started looking at it, that I'd take a look at a map and I'd be like, "Holy shit, man! It's looking really bad over in this one area." But look at this. You got all this cloud coverage, but this one area, there's just like this perfect circle of nothing. And my buddy's like, "Yeah, that's one of the radars is down."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense than them having a weather dome."
Yeah, and there being like a perfectly man-made
Right.
obstruction in the sky. Yeah.
Like, obviously they're testing weather domes. I mean,
Right. That's just what that's just what makes the most sense here. Okay.
growing up reading science fiction and fantasy, I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, exactly. Meaning that you made the least amount of assumptions about what they were doing. That's how that
Right.
rule works, right?
Exactly. Obviously, they have a secret machine that controls the weather. Therefore, they're able to keep a nice, clean, sunshiny spot over one location. Now, where'd my
Sense to
tinfoil
me.
hat go?
Oh, I got it. It's right here.
Oh, thank you. No, you're trying to fool me. That's aluminum. That shit don't work. They want you to think it does. That's why they changed all the tin to aluminum.
Foiled again. That was by chance.
Yeah, I love a good unintentional dad joke. That was great.
All right. Is there any other gear acquisition, shopping, purchasing you would like to do before departing the following morning?
Possibly some tinfoil, but no.
I'm good.
I think we're good.
All right. So, you guys head out next morning. The man greets you just outside of the North Look, and you guys pack up and head on your way.
All right.
Let's see. Can someone roll me another d20?
I would be happy to.
Oh, Brandon rolled a D29.
I mean, Brandon's got some talent there.
I am very multi-talented. You see, I go to hit the 20 and I hit a 2-9 instead of a 2-0 because my pinky just hits the wrong key.
Hilarious.
What happens when your
lets you
pinky's
do that.
bent wrong? It's amazing the wonders when your pinky's not straight what you can do.
It's not that it's bent wrong. It's just you haven't found the right girl yet.
Who likes
Yeah,
a pinky who's bent wrong?
we prefer to say bent different, okay?
That's
Not
right.
wrong. We don't want to assign any.
You're right.
blame
The
to
pinky should
anybody.
always be. It should be 10 degrees in the other direction off a big straight. You see, it's bent like 10 degrees to the left. It should be 10 degrees to the right
Yeah.
instead of straight. You're right. Maybe 10 degrees backwards. That would probably scare people.
That would be.
Well,
that would
that's
be
how my
terrifying.
thumb
I don't
is.
know.
Both of my thumbs go backwards, almost 90 degrees.
The weirdest fingers I've ever seen is Jason's thumbs and how different size they are at this point.
Yeah, because one got jammed like 4 different times. And
Yeah,
he was
just
like a
got
young
jammed.
teenager playing football, like
He
between
just
the
kept
ages of
jamming
like
it over and
10
over again.
and 13. He like like jammed it in and smashed it playing football like 3 or 4 different times, and it just stunted the growth at like half the length of a normal thumb. If you
Wow.
saw it, you would think that it was like somebody lost the tip of their thumb in like a workshop accident, but no, it's like a whole thumb,
Wow.
just half the length that a normal thumb is.
It's
Like
so weird.
squatted. Yeah, it's I think I'm gonna text my brother and ask him to send me a picture of his thumbs so I can show it to you guys because it's fucking weird, dude.
It's been years since he showed me one issue. I'm like, that's just weird. Just the actual gap. It's like over like a half an inch at least, like that difference. It's wild.
All right, so
Yeah.
your first day of travel, you guys uneventfully make it to Caer Konig.
Sure we do.
No, he actually is quite.
Yeah, you see, he put
uneventful.
air quotes in it. We just couldn't see it.
Right. We're actually missing a party member right now. We just don't know it.
What happened to Beltram?
No, see that completely explains Tora. You left her back in Bryn Shander. She'll be fine.
Come back and she's just dead in the middle of the town center, saying, "Don't fuck with our animals again."
No, you find out that all the animals decided that they liked meeting together in the town square, and she was just there meditating, so they just start following her. And so, like, every day now, there's just this thing in Bryn Shander where all the animals go, they lie down in the middle of the square and meditate.
Oh god, that sounds like some weird cult shit going on.
Right? That'd be the creepiest fucking thing. But that would be such a cool story to have in some little town in the middle of nowhere. Oh, have you come here to see the meditating animals?
What?
The
Hey,
what?
is this because of Is it because of AOR or because of something else? I missed that first part.
It could be either, honestly.
Yeah. I was saying that's probably what's happening right now.
Yeah, the animals just keep coming back and hang
Right.
out.
And since we're missing one character, she's obviously the one that's like there at the town square meditating, and they were like, the animals just like to keep meeting in that town square area. They kind of start doing it as a habit, and then they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I like what she's doing. I'm just gonna lie down here and just chill.
Yeah.
It's like all the animals are meditating.
Yeah, that checks out.
Dalar comes back to Bryn Shander, and they've already got like rope, torch, fucking stake. And
About
like
to kill him.
they're like, "Yo, witch! Yo, witch!"
But they're afraid of,
Mhm.
of the rats and the birds sitting around her. They just can't get close.
Well, yeah, exactly. So they're just like, "Well, Dalar's easily accessible. Let's go kill him."
Kill that guy! Look at his dumb face. Get him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry, you said we do make it to Caer Konig?
yes, you are at Caer Konig. After an uneventful journey this far, your guide says guys are going to stop here for the night. Last stop for provisions or supplies or tools before we're out in the wilderness.
Liquor.
I think I've got everything I got. I might just go find somewhere where I can spend some silver to get something to eat, so I can just keep my rations for the journey.
Yeah.
Well, Wea Fo is going to be working on tending his supplies for his project to make sure that everything is working as intended.
What's the hook, line, and sinker?
The hook, line,
The
and
bar.
sinker is the popular tavern in town.
Yeah.
So what's the unpopular tavern in town? If that's popular, that implies there's an unpopular one.
The unpopular one is drinking alone on the frozen lake. Okay.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
No, the unpopular one is just filled with like hookers and, you know,
Blackjack.
yeah.
But why is the popular one called Hook, Line, and Sinker?
God,
Some of them are hookers there.
We're making this so hard for Colin to do anything tonight, guys. Like every time he starts a storytelling thing, we're like, okay, but hold on a second. What if? Wait a minute.
Yeah, but all we're
Tell
really
the story
doing is
real
we're
fast.
just giving him material for a podcast of, you know, DM's
D&D
worst nightmares.
nightmares.
That's right.
Yeah, we gotta give him some material for that.
And you know,
Oh, we want to
I
go to
can
the
just
unpopular bar.
I can just hear the voiceover now in between all the chatter and everything. And of course, you know, I just let them keep talking because that was less shit that I needed to do that day. And I was honestly hungover, so I just let them keep going.
The whole quest line that they were supposed to start by meeting someone in the popular tavern, we just completely skipped. It went to the unpopular tavern instead.
But hey, there might be hookers and blackjack there.
Yeah.
Right. We live happily ever after in the frozen wilderness, and then it's good.
I mean, we already discussed that Wea Fo could possibly get a dwarf to, you know, mount him a new unit.
True, we did talk about that. All your problems might be left behind very soon.
That's right. Be like,
On
Wea Fo has discovered sex.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
It was super effective.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Congrats on the level up, man.
Penis.
Hey, it's
plus
just like
one.
Davines.
Yeah, it is like doing this. When you lost your virginity, or
Wait.
when your character.
If it's a metal penis and it's a +1 weapon, can I fuck attack the dragon?
Can I fuck it to death?
The GM starts looking through the rules. Oh, no, you cannot. Why?
Rules written doesn't say no.
You have not taken a level in Bard.
The
Fair.
multi-class level you need.
Yeah, the correct
mean-
answer is you can always try.
Right, but unless you take Bard, you ain't fucking anybody as part of the storyline.
This also checks out. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do now.
So what you're telling me is Bard Warforged,
Right?
and I can make
Go
my dick
all night.
spiky,
Right? And get.
and I
get all-
have a
get all-
real weapon, if you know what I mean.
Well, you can activate the spikes.
I would just hope that
Hmm.
that Colin or whoever is DMing at the time just finds a logical way to like just kill your character instantly. Hey, roll a d20 for me real quick. Ooh, a 3. You're hit by an asteroid. Sorry, bud. You gotta make a new character.
And there's no more Warforged left in this universe. Sorry, man.
You were the last
You
one.
were the last one. They're extinct. One of the players is like, no, I can build one. Oh, sorry, an asteroid hit you too.
Yeah.
No,
The
no,
gods
I got
conveniently
you,
sent an
Not
asteroid at
anymore.
every single Warforged and builder of Warforged in the whole land.
And yep, and then we.
I guess
move
we'll have to
on
wait
the
for the
subject.
timeline to where a new Warforged builder is birthed and wait for them to grow up in 30 years.
I feel like actually at that point it would just be a really pissed off dwarven god who'd be like, "You make tools, not children."
Yeah.
All the Warforged. Brunk.
Things are bloody abominations.
You make
true.
inanimate objects. If it
true.
talks, you fucking kill it.
Yeah. It's that quote from fucking what was that fucking like early 2000s Spy Kids, is that what it was called? Where fucking Belushi, I think he is the name of the actors, asked the question, "Does God stay up in heaven?" Because he too is afraid of what he's created.
Yeah, Spike
Mhm.
is too. I'm pretty sure.
That's what the dwarven god says. I stay up here because I'm afraid of you fucking bastards. I never should have started this project. I'm gonna try to finish it now while I've still got the chance. Fucking sending lightning bolts down from the skies, killing all the warforged.
Yeah, basically you figure, Dwarven God doesn't really look down very often, except, when his faithful pray. And so it's like every once in a blue moon, it's very focused. It's like, one of my faithful needs me. Here you go. Here's some healing energy for you there, lad. You'll be fine. Oh, lass, yes, you want to smite that bastard here? You've got my blessing. And then all of a sudden, after a few thousand years, he just looks at,
Why do they despise me so?
Did,
I created them.
did he just make a metal penis?
What's he doing down there?
Think
What the fuck are you
God
people
stays in heaven
doing?
because he too lives in fear of what he's created. Here on Earth.
And then he just
Ugh.
immediately just
Stop
like,
looking
all
at it
right,
like
control alt delete. I'm not doing this shit
Right?
anymore.
Yeah. It's like, hold on.
Puts a new
Who's-
meaning to the hammer and nail.
Right?
Hammer
It-
and
it-
nail.
it's like, okay, here's the Warforged. All right, here's the button for the fuckers. Click.
Yep.
You gotta be able to put them down at this point.
I mean, they're like Terminators. They're just not going to stop.
Yep. All right. I think we've taken this rabbit hole far enough. Let's let Colin tell us what we're doing now.
I'm going to the Northern Light.
Oh my fucking god.
I haven't forgotten this whole tangent.
Look, we can
The
come
hook, line,
back
and
around to
sinker.
this later on.
Honestly, this is such a wonderful and lovely tavern. Too bad we're pieces of shit. We're going over to the crappy one.
Okay, so you guys,
Mega Weedy Junior.
you guys,
we don't deserve comely waitresses and friendly patrons and reasonable prices.
And tasty
We'd like
food,
to go to the other place, please.
so you guys pass through town, past the hook, line, and sinker, a large, very lively tavern. Instead, going through the tavern inn combo that only has a couple of people sitting around inside.
And all of them smell like fish for some
Hey,
reason.
look, guys, there's no line. It's all empty.
This might not be the best choice we've ever made, but we've made this bed, and now I suppose we should lie in it.
Why are you lying in the bed you just made? Shouldn't you be getting up and doing something?
You guys walk in, and a old innkeeper comes forward to greet you. Hello there. You fine gentlemen looking for some food and beds for the night?
And ale. Don't forget the ale.
Of course, we have ale, plenty of ale.
Let's do it. I want some.
Of course. Come, have a seat.
Is this guy about to have a panic attack?
Yeah, it's like either that or it's just like the worst ale you've ever.
Is this guy
No,
okay?
no, it's
Is he
like
on some?
it's like an 80-year-old woman that's
Oh, okay.
being your hostess
Okay.
for the night.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is she okay?
As okay as one would expect for someone of her age.
I'll take it.
In a location like this.
In an unpopular location like this.
A few moments later, a significantly younger woman comes forward with some plates of food and some mugs of ale. Uh, Greetings. Sorry about my sister there. We got some fresh food here, some ale. I hope it meets your satisfaction. Can I get a room set up for the group of you?
That would be great. Thank you.
Fantastic. I'll get right on that. Is there anything else I can get you?
Do you happen to have dwarven spirits?
I think I've got a bottle in the back that hasn't completely evaporated yet.
If
I'll
I
go.
may have some, I would appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you. And as she's walking away, Wea Fo's just going to lean over to like Dalar and Biltram and be like, "This place is so quiet. It almost reminds me of the monastery."
It is quite peaceful, isn't it?
Indeed.
About a minute later, the older sister comes back out. I heard one of you wanted some spirits.
Yes, please.
Okay, whatever you are. Spirits coming up. She pours you a rather light glass of dwarven spirits. Enjoy.
Thank you. And I will raise the glass over towards her and say, "To your health." And finish it off.
Cheers.
She doesn't seem to take, or at least pay any mention to it as she walks back towards the kitchen. Taking a swig of it herself as she goes.
Nice. Wow. Wea Fo got a clue.
What are you trying to perceive there?
Biltram, Dalar,
Yes.
is it normal for two siblings to have such a great age discrepancy?
I'll just shrug.
Perhaps. Depends on what species they are, I suppose.
I'm assuming these were human, right?
Yes, they are both human.
The one looks 80 something, the other one's what, maybe in 30s?
You'd say early, mid-40s maybe?
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, and it's very possible that I am, because I'm not very sure exactly how age works with all of you, I believe there's at least a 40-year age discrepancy between the two.
I do suppose that is somewhat strange. Do you think there is something particularly, I suppose, interests about
Well,
the difference between the sisters?
my only thought is, if a mother had the first child, say when she was around 18, she would have been near 60 when she had the second child.
True. Not sure that there's something particularly nefarious about that premise, aside from the fact that I suppose the two women we've seen are not who they say they are.
It just does not seem to make sense. Would there be anything that Wea Fo could roll on to see if he would know of anything that could cause that, or if there was, that this is something that maybe is uncommon, but it has been known to happen, or, whoa, no, this is definitely not normal?
Just say a straight intelligence check.
Okay. because Wea Fo's really not of this world per se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're having a hard time reconciling how there could be such a big age gap.
Yeah, Wea Fo's just going to be like continuing to discuss this throughout the night of drinking.
I'll use my nature check to maybe see if I can help explain it at all. If there's anything in nature that would.
Does the
See,
lady
when a
come?
bird loves a bee,
They created an abomination.
To engage in some Steve Cronenberg horror. I was just gonna say, whenever the fucking witch.
when a bird loves a bee, and then a shrew comes into play at some point because one of them said, "Hey, let's try something different," and then you're just like, "Okay, sure, whatever."
And then the kid turns out to be a wasp.
Yep.
Then we suddenly find out so much more about Dalar's past.
That do be.
You don't
how
wanna
it
know.
goes sometimes, guys.
And she just
I
fucking
was-
runs away with the shrew. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, whenever the waitress, one of them, comes back to talk to us, I was just gonna ask, like, why it is that they are in such a great age difference and just make conversation.
Yeah, so after a while, the younger one, Allie, comes back, check on you, top off drinks and such. And she's like, oh, yeah, we're not technically sisters, we're stepsisters.
So someone's father found another mistress then, perhaps, and well, you were together by such relations?
You could say so, yeah. My father and my sister's mother got together when they were in their teens. Her mother died long before I was born. And my father took another mistress by that point of an age not too far off of my sister's age. And, well, here I am now.
How interesting. Quite the tales all lives have.
It's what makes us all us.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, thank you for sharing bits of your past. It's interesting.
Oh, of course. So, well, if I've shared a little bit about myself, if you don't mind, just tell me a little bit about yourself. What brings you to town this fine evening? We don't get many travelers in here to eat and drink like yourselves.
We are passing through. Traveling
Simply,
from one point to the other.
Yes, indeed. Simply the seeing sights, I suppose you could say.
And everybody absolutely recommended that we go to the hook, line, and sinker. But our friend Dalar here said, then nobody is going to the Northern Light. We should. I appreciated his logic.
We really do appreciate your business, but if you've not been to the hook, line, and sinker, you really ought to check it out sometime. As much as I don't like driving business to competitors, our main businesses really are rooms rather than our food, and they really run quite the show over there, let me tell you.
Well, then perhaps we should acquire rooms here and go and visit this place.
You can certainly more than welcome to do that if you wish. Or if you're next time you're traveling through, you can always stop there as well.
I appreciate the words, but I'm fine here. Thank you.
It is completely
Sorry,
up to you. You're welcome to
Sorry,
do what you wish when you wish.
all I just heard from Dalar was harder, Daddy.
Indeed, I have some studies I must attend to and some texts that need reviewing before our trek in the morning.
That's going to be way better here in a more quieter place. I'll sip my ale.
It does. The noise sometimes does pick up slightly as people from the hook, line, and sinker do come back to their rooms, but you should, for the most part, be pretty quiet over here.
Ah, very good. Thank you.
And for the record, that is not at all how I operate. Trying to push you back on the track. No, I instead, if that was the case, I move the track so that you go to the place I want you to go anyway.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
I'll break my fucking leg
He's
before
just
some god pushes
calling
me in a direction I don't want to go.
Colin is just genuinely sad that we're missing out on the experience to be had at the hook line. And sinker.
Well,
It's such a lively tavern. Our lives would be changed.
see, here's the funny part though, is that Wea Fo, because he lived in the monastery the whole time. It's like, well, no, the Northern Light will be a great place for him to meditate. He's not looking to meditate right now. He's looking to medicate right now.
Mhm.
he wants some more dwarven spirits. So his ass is going to be going over to the hook, line, and sinker. And actually, as he gets up, he's going to look over at Dalar and say, "You can do exactly what you wish when you wish. However, I'm following the alcohol."
The alcohol does speak very heavily.
I'm going to grab some water. Be right back. Oh, I will have cans on, so I'll be able to hear conversation if you want to continue on with this.
Okay.
I gotta go grab a drink real quick too, so I will be back in just like 2 minutes. Just gotta run upstairs real fast. In the meantime, enjoy the picture of my brother's thumbs.
Oh my gosh, he sent you it. Yeah.
Yeah, reread the chat.
You know how hard it is to take a picture of that's at the same time. It's a solid point.
I was wondering when we were talking about that earlier. I'm like, how's he gonna send that?
Well, and the thing is that the same thing occurred to me, but I was like, he's either gonna find a way to do it or ask his wife to take a picture.
Hey, you might just ask Hope to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just puts a phone in his mouth, tries to take a picture of his teeth.
Yeah.
I'm not
The-
I'm not exactly sure how he got that picture, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
The other
Just
option
waste
would be like,
money.
you know,
A
get a
timer.
camera app with a timer and like set it off of the edge of a table or
Right.
something, or lean it up against something and
Yeah, so it looks like it might be on a chair or something. You see a leg of one there. Could be.
It might be. Yeah. It's probably a timer. Anyway, enjoy. I'll be back in a minute.
See his very awkward thumbs.
all right. So, Dale or Wei Fo's heading over to the hook, line, sinker. Biltram and Dalar are staying behind at the Northern Light.
Yeah, I have no reason to go over there. I got the ale I need right here.
It's okay. Well, Wei Fo will
Gonna
have
get
to
fucking
fill you.
drugged and taken over there.
Turns out the secret of the Northern Light is you're gonna pass out and wake up in hook, line, and sinker.
You might sleep here, but you're gonna wake up hook, line, and sinker. You don't know who you're gonna be in bed with when you wake up.
And Scott, when you get back, we will head over to the private chat to go through your adventures of hook, line, and sinker.
I'm back.
Hey.
Welcome back. While we're waiting for Wea Fo to return and go to the hook, line, and sinker, is there anything else Dalar and Biltram are going to be doing tonight?
Probably not.
Suppose you could square up
Yeah, I
your
think I'll probably.
tabs for the
Yeah, I'll
night.
go ahead and like prepay for the night and pay for like the food, and then I'm just gonna go study some texts and see if I can't bring any information to the forefront of my mind that might pertain to what the guild has sent me up here to look for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just pay for an excessive amount of alcohol, the room, and food.
All right. For a normal amount of alcohol, plus food, plus meal, it's 9 silver pieces. If you're wanting the excess alcohol, add an extra silver piece to bring you up to 1 gold.
I'll give him a gold.
The excess alcohol. It's the alcohol plus package.
Whenever I go out, I only get deals. I buy my alcohol in bulk for a night.
Basically, the difference in that being with the regular meal, you drink about half a gallon of ale.
Hell yeah.
The extra was for the rest of the gallon.
Hell yeah.
Double or nothing, BB.
The other half of rather low proof alcohol.
Hey man, it's still alcohol.
Hey, I'm gonna.
I've returned, by the way.
Okay.
That's the wrong thing. I'm trying to get this thing to actually acknowledge that this ring has been attuned to. I'm not sure how to get it to do that.
Yeah.
Just so I can take it off of my unavailable effects page. So right now it's sitting, like the effect of the warming is sitting down on unavailable effects, and it distracts me every once in a while when I'm scrolling through there. So
Let's see. There's a way to do that. I need to remember how to do that. I think they changed the way that they showing the attunement works since the last time I looked at it. Because it used to be a button, kind of like the little icon on the inventory list where it shows attunement required. Like you
yeah, okay.
click that on and off to enable or disable the attunement. But that seems to have changed.
Huh. You think maybe I need to go through the editing the item or something?
Um. I'm looking through there myself, and
Because yeah, under edit, I see that it just says in details, attunement required. Oh, it says attuned right there. There's a drop-down menu. It says attunement not required, attunement required, or attuned. So I'm guessing I just need to click it to attuned, right?
yeah, go ahead and try that.
Okay, and I'll hit close. And yeah, it says attuned now, so my effects show that it's active.
Sweet.
Cool.
One new thing learned today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be an easier spot to find. I'm not sure why they moved it, but I guess you're not going to be changing attunement every 5 minutes.
super often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I keep getting amnesia. I forgot how this ring works. Shit.
What am I gonna do? I guess I gotta take it off and figure out what it does again.
Yeah. And it's just me sitting there putting the ring off and on again for like an hour, and then suddenly I'm attuned. Oh, that's right.
That's right.
I
It
just
warms me
wear
up.
it.
You sit right next to a fire. Why is this not doing anything?
All right. I'm gonna go over with Wea Fo to the private chat for his adventure set to hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I get premium content. Ah.
I don't like this pay to win shit, man. This kind of sucks.
This guy's a fucking sheeple. He's going wherever he's been told to go.
I'm passing notes to the GM. I'm getting all the shit now.
He's gonna come back with like 3 magic items and level 7. Gonna kick my ass. Tell him to follow him next time.
I'm tapping people.
All right. So
All right.
you head over to the, as previously seen, rather lively hook, line, and sinker tavern.
Yes.
The moment you step in the door, you see. Oh, you're immediately greeted by the tavern's owner, all the way across the room from the bar. Like, look at that! A new face! And he rushes over and grabs a half pint off of the table next to him and thrusts it into your hand. First one's always on the house. Welcome to the hook, line, and sinker.
Thank you. I usually just drink the dwarven spirits, but I will try this.
Oh,
And
so you
so-
can start off with that, and we can get you a nice big glass of spirits to keep you going.
Excellent. Nice big glass. Wea Fo's like, I've been going to the wrong places here.
My name's Glenn. Nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure. My name is Wea Fo.
I don't get many of your type around here, but always happy to see new guests here. Pull up a chair. We'll keep you. Well, we'll keep you stocked.
Thank you. And Wea Fo will find a place. I'm assuming it's fairly crowded.
It is rather crowded, but you find a empty chair up at the bar. He pulls out a rather large for a glass for spirits and pours a rather heavy drink with it.
Excellent. I will raise it to your good health.
He
And
grabs
down
a
it.
glass of ale of his own and raises it and drinks with you.
Wea Fo just downs it like it's a shot.
The way he poured it, that was probably the equivalent to 2 or 3 at a typical bar.
The belly fires are warm now. That just heated up his engines.
Hey, you're good at holding your liquor, I see.
No, not as good as some. Better than most.
I think the locals are going to like you here in just a little bit.
I'm sure I will like them as well.
At the end of the night, we've got a game that we play with the between the locals and any visitors. The locals challenge the visitors to a drinking contest.
I like games.
As most do. Can I get you another round?
Yes, thank you.
He pours another equally strong drink
I'm not
for
sure
you.
this poor bastard knows that Wea Fo's immune to alcohol effects. But Wea Fo's killing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he will put on a little performance of being slightly tipsy,
All right.
part of his drunken master technique. Not much, just a little. Almost mocking it with that roll. Like, ooh, tipsy.
All right. So you continue to sit around, have a good time, just chatting it up with the people around you.
And Wea Fo will switch to just sipping the dwarven spirits for right now.
All right.
He has no idea what a large quantity will do to his inner combustion chamber, and really doesn't want to be responsible for destroying this fine town.
That's understandable. All right. Let's see. So, as they're about to close up for the night, Glenn calls for last rounds and also for challenges, and several of the locals, seeing someone such as unusual as yourself come in, they decide they want to challenge you to drinking.
Okay. Since I have been challenged, may I pick the alcohol?
Of course.
Then it shall be a bottle of dwarven spirits, please.
All right.
No, he didn't say a glass.
Basically, the way they set it up is, when spirits are chosen, they'll serve it a shot at a time until last man standing.
Fair enough.
Several of the locals place some bets and throwing it into a pot. Several of them, knowing the people who had challenged you, bet on them and against you.
Okay. I will happily take 2 moonstones and place them in for the bet. That's the equivalent of 100 gold.
As you do so, you get looks of awe and cheers go about over such a big bet. And it's like, we don't usually get bets this big, but
Well, and
why
Wea
not?
Fo will raise his voice to the rest of the group and say that he feels that with such a challenge that has been offered here in this fine town of Kaer Konig, that he had to show his appreciation for the town and for the wonderful welcome, and if he should lose, it would be 2 beautiful gems, one to match the beautiful moon in the sky, and one to match this fine gem of a town, Kaer Konig.
And you get more cheers from around the room as you give your line.
And we drink.
All right. So, first round of drinks are poured, and you said you were immune to alcohol?
To what we know, yeah, because alcohol is a poison to the body, and Warforged are immune to all poisons. So literally, he has no internal organs that can be damaged by alcohol.
No, you're actually not quite immune to poison. You're resistant to it. You have advantage
Is
on
it?
saving throws against it. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
yeah. The official descriptions for Warforged are like a mixture of
diseases
artificial
that
and
make
natural
immune.
stuff. Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah. So it'll be a contest of Constitution saving throws, but you'll have advantage on them.
Fair enough.
Let's see. So give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oops, that was ability. Apologies.
That's all right.
Constitution saving throw with an advantage. Wow, the dice do not like me tonight. They're like, no, fuck you, you're getting drunk, motherfucker.
And I was gonna say it's gonna be the first 3 wins. So you win round 1 with
With barely. Like, we're both, like, throwing up, and that guy threw up first. It's like,
All right. They pour another round.
obviously. Oh, wow. Look at this. Is it gonna roll that? Why did it not roll it?
I thought it went. You can try clicking it again if you want.
I did. I can't zoom out the map or anything. It's like everything froze.
Huh.
I think I broke your computer.
No, try reloading on your end.
Yeah, I'm gonna
'cause
refresh.
like I saw a dice pop up for a moment, but it didn't show up in
Yeah,
the
I
chat.
did too. Yeah, it showed a 14 on
Yeah.
my end. And that's with a +3 would be a 17.
Yeah. So you win round 2 as well. You got a chance to win it here with round 3.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, unless you roll. No, I guess you can't fail.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it's nothing.
Boom. Yeah, he's getting better as he drinks more, which scarily goes right along with the whole drunken master thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, it still doesn't like him having performance as a skill.
So your challengers, after only round 3, all pass out and collapse. Glenn
dear.
grabs your hand and raises it up and pronounces you the winner, followed by cheers by the remainder of those who had not passed out.
And I will raise the glass to the rest of the tavern and take a swig. Passing Constitution save. Well, actually being inebriated for the first time in Wea Fo's life. So this is what they were talking about. But yeah, so are there winnings?
Yes.
that he gathers?
Glenn gathers up what's in there.
Like, I keep my 2 moonstones.
Right. Yeah, you keep your 2 moonstones. Sorry, the payout's not quite as high as we would usually expect based off what you threw in, but to be fair, you did throw in quite a bit. Here's your share minus the house's cut, and he hands you a sack of 50 gold pieces.
Wow.
Lots of
The
people
house is
betting
most
against
similar.
you.
We Warforged have better constitutions than most.
Locals haven't seen a lot of your folk around here before, so they bet on those who they know can drink well rather than those who they have no experience with.
Understandable.
As winning, you also Well, you get the token for a free drinks on the house for yourself next time you come in.
Well, thank you.
And for tonight as well, being that you won, I won't charge you for tonight. It was quite the show.
Well, thank you very much. Would it
Besides,
be
the
possible-
house is cut here more than paid for what you drank.
Excellent. Would it be possible for me to pass this on to a friend to allow him to drink for the evening?
I would suppose
prom-
so. The token's yours to do what you want. It's good for one evening of drinks.
And I promise you he would not be able to drink as much as me.
I would be impressed if you did.
Well, thank you very much again, and have yourselves a wonderful evening. It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Of course.
Those of you still awake.
Have a wonderful night, and you're welcome here anytime.
Wea Fo will give a bow and head back over to the Northern Light,
All right.
which I'm assuming he will probably actually be in the company of several of the other patrons. Considering they're like, okay, yep, it's closing time, so everybody go back to wherever you're going to be sleeping.
Yeah, there's a small group of about 8 of you that headed over to the Northern Light, with about 15 or 20 from the rest of the town, all departing back to their own houses, minus the couple that are passed out.
Okay, this is perfect. We need to all be singing a drinking song as we come in. Yes! There we go. That
When
was
it
a
counts, you
beautiful
got
song,
it.
Right?
So
So
you-
I am singing perfectly like a drunk person. That's the whole thing with his performance. It's not that he can sing beautifully or that he dances well. The performance is part of his drunken master technique.
yeah,
And
so
that's how I focus it for the character. So he is singing and carousing like a fellow inebriated individual.
and you get the others that are walking with you up into quite the song as well, and we'll cut back to the rest of the group with that.
Excellent.
All right. So
Wea Fo is dead.
Biltram and Dayla, you guys are relaxing in your rooms when you start to hear the loud, drunken singing from a small group walking towards the Northern Light and eventually inside. It takes a couple minutes for them to finally disperse and go to their rooms. Rather loud and distracting, but it eventually subsides.
Thank God.
Dalar's like, fuck that shit. I don't want to be
Like-
around anybody having fun.
I'm like actively pulling up the covers to my face, like in bed, about to go to sleep. I just kind of like shrug my shoulders, like, well, okay, and then just turn over.
Yeah, this was like the kind of thing like when you've got, a neighbor down the street who's, blaring music from their car at 3 a.m.
right, yeah, okay. Perfect then, yeah. I'm just like rolling over, like, all right, time for bed.
Mm-hmm. All right, so,
Question.
yes.
Is Dalar's door locked?
Dalar, did you lock your door? Your door does lock and you do have the key to do so if you choose to do so. Whether or not you did is up to you.
Yeah, I did. Seeing as I was thinking I had enough for that or not. Yeah, I did. I wasn't too drunk for it.
So then basically, right after the singing ends, you hear, "Hey, Dalar!"
Ah!
As something kind of basically rattles the door in its frame. Hey, why won't this door open? Rattle,
Get out
rattle,
of
rattle,
bed.
rattle, rattle.
I'll groggily get out of bed and open the door. Oh, hi, Wea Fo.
Hey, Dalar! And Wea Fo looks smashed. As smashed as a Warforged can look.
Are you drunk?
He comes stumbling in, putting an arm over your shoulder. Yes! Yes, I am! And it's wonderful!
I didn't know Warforged could get drunk.
I didn't either. I didn't think we could. We can. I figured out the secret while I was over there at the Stookline and Hinker.
Oh, it's a secret.
More dwarven spirits.
How many did you drink?
How many is in a bottle?
One bottle's in a bottle.
Yeah, I drank that.
You drank the whole bottle.
Well, there was drinking and carousing, and then at the end of the evening, they were so nice. They have a ritual that they do with newcomers. They challenge them to a drink, like a contest.
Did you win?
Yes. All three of them were sound asleep when I was finished.
Please never make that sound again. But congrats on winning the contest.
And I have something special just for you.
What is that?
And so Wea Fo hands him a little token from the hook, line, and sinker. That is what the owner gave me as a thank you for participating and winning the event, along with some gold. But that's beside the point. This is far more important than gold. It gives you the right to drink all night for one night at the hook, line, and sinker as much as you would like.
You see Dalar's eyes go wide. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you.
And it's for free. And I thought, who besides me would love to drink that much? And so I thought of you.
Oh, it's so sweet.
I am. Your bed is soft.
Fuck. I was gonna sleep there.
And Wea Fo is just sprawled across the foot of the bed.
I'm sure the floor will be comfy enough. Oh wait, I have an idea. I'll turn into a cat and I'll sleep anywhere, and then I'll wake up and I'll be me again.
There you go.
I'll just do that. I can make a little bed out with my clothes on the floor. Do that.
Well, Wea Fo does have that internal heat source.
I've got mine. I've got my little heat thermal cube too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I can have toastiness anywhere. Make a toasty bed and fall asleep on it, and then I'll wake up and I'll be back to normal. I can just do that. I'll get my wild shape back overnight anyway.
That would probably be like the most insanely awesome night's rest possible.
As
Except-
a cat with a heat source.
Yeah, except inexplicably at 3 o'clock in the morning, you would just wake up and decide to run around and smash into every single wall,
What only
trash the
lasts?
entire place, and then go back over and fall asleep.
Yeah, but I only stay as a cat for so long right now, so I'll be back to normal furbolg form pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, might still have that urge at 3 a.m.
I mean, I might still get the zoomies before I turn back, as long as I fall asleep again as a cat.
Okay, so
In some manner,
They
you
are-
have all obtained sleep for the night. And awake well rested, if not slightly hungover, come morning.
Dalar,
Yes.
your ceiling is crooked.
Is it?
I've been staring at it all night. I'm fairly certain it is.
What's my ceiling look like?
Um,
Are you just hungover?
And so we're both laying there on the bed staring up at the ceiling.
yeah, I
I
mean,
think
it may
that's
not be
called.
like
I
the
think that's the Little Dipper.
yeah. This isn't like the epitome of the highest quality construction in the Sword Coast, but it's reasonably parallel to the floor, which is reasonably level.
That shape over there looks like a rat.
I think that's just a rat, Wea Fo.
Oh. Oh, he's
It,
cute.
it screeches and scurries away from you.
I can see why you wanted to sleep here.
Now you're getting it.
It's closer to nature.
Nature's all around you here. They even break and enter.
A few moments later, you get a knocking, or I guess more of a pounding on your door, which creaks open as it wasn't fully latched from the night before.
And Wei Fo will just lift his head up off of the bed, raise one hand. Hello.
Burning daytime. I'm gonna get on the rest of our journey here.
Oh, that's right. We were on a journey, weren't we? I forgot all about that. Let's get on it.
Yes, indeed.
I'm accompanying the guy that just woke them up. I'm like already up and been downstairs and everything.
You just see fucking Wei Fo and Dayla just stumble downstairs.
Yeah, and Wei Fo will ask for both of their breakfasts to go.
They've got some already bagged up and ready for you. Your guide got impatient waiting and had it prepared in advance for you.
That was extremely wise
convenient.
of you. We apologize for any inconvenience.
It doesn't inconvenience me. You guys are the one paying for it.
We're paying for this?
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
So, you guys depart Kaer Konig unless there's any last minute supplies you need.
Maybe we could stay another night and I could see how shit-faced I can get with that token.
No, we can do that on the way back, man.
Let's see what on the way back when we're not paying.
That's
for this
that's more like the celebration
Mm-hmm.
that we
I
survived.
want to celebrate with alcohol poisoning.
Right, and that's also kind of like motivation too, right?
Yeah, it's true. I gotta complete the quest so we can get back.
Right, exactly. So you're like, fuck, man, we gotta make it. We gotta do this.
Alright, so. And by the fortunes of the dice, another uneventful day of travel. This time through the wilderness. Around the northern end of Lacdinishir. Eventually your guide's like, I see it up ahead. You see a 20-foot high, irregularly shaped spur of rock jutting out of the tundra ahead of you. Its smooth and shiny surface cannot possibly have been worn down by the wind. No, this protrusion looks utterly out of place, as if it had been thrust into the ground. You guys approach it, and there doesn't seem to be any doorway on the surface, but rather a 5-foot wide tunnel that slopes steeply down into the ground. And guide turns to the group of you. I think the door's down there for you, and I think this is where I leave you.
I believe
probably
so.
right.
Do you have camping gear and everything to be able to set up and wait for us?
I do, but it's cost extra.
No, you do not have to if you do not wish to.
I tell you what, it is near nighttime. I'll be camping here for the night anyway. If you happen to make it in and out of whatever's down there before morning and when I depart, I'll be here and I'll lead you back. Otherwise, I'll need a little extra incentive to stick around another day.
Well, that
Af-
won't be an issue, one way or the other.
I should think not.
All right. The tunnel is steep, slippery, and dark. Those of you without night vision will likely want a torch. And to perhaps
I,
consider your way down the tunnel carefully.
I'll adjust my goggles.
I don't think that I have night. Do I have night vision?
I don't
I
believe
forget.
you do by default.
I don't remember if Warforged do or not.
Probably not, because I think you needed my goggles of night for something before, didn't you? When you did the
Yes.
lake thing underwater. So
Yes.
probably, I assume you
for the
don't.
underwater adventure I did.
Yeah, so presumably you would not, if you
Yeah,
needed to use
so-
it.
Yeah. Dalar, what's the range on your goggles?
60, I think.
60? Okay.
Increase. Yeah, wearing the goggles increases its range by 60 feet for dark vision.
Okay.
So Wea Fo sees this thing's fairly steep. We have gear. Might I suggest that we set up something to allow us to slide down and be able to pull ourselves back up?
Sounds like a rope.
A rope attached to something. Something
We
steady and
have-
stable that won't move.
And well, I was about to ask, do we bring the sled for this adventure? Are we assuming that we're just bringing that around with us or no?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Not leaving that thing behind anymore.
I will assume
Okay,
that
I just-
any intercity travel, you bring it with you unless otherwise specified or otherwise explicitly not possible.
Are you thinking of just tying it to the sled?
Well, I was just going to say that perhaps we could tie a rope around something up above here, and then we could use the sled to move up and down more easily, or we could, place the sled sideways and load it down with something near the entrance, so that way, relatively easy to move. But I'm not sure what all weights we have to add to this, aside from maybe stone we could find out and about. But a sled should be an easy thing to affix a rope to.
Would it not be more logical for us to drive something into the ice and snow? Attach it to that?
Possibly, but I would suppose it depends on how much snow and ice there is before we hit hard ground. And I don't have any pythons. Does anyone else here have pythons?
I have
do
a
not.
spear.
I suppose a spear should do okay.
Yeah, I will slam the spear into the ground.
All right. It seems rather solid. There's plenty of ice around. And with a attack like that, you're able to bury a solid foot of it down into ice.
Put the rope around the base of it, so that it gets real close to the snow, so that it might freeze and toughen it a bit more.
All right. Yeah, so you work on that a little bit and able to refreeze some of the ice there to secure it just a little bit better.
And with that, Wea Fo is just going to start scurrying down.
Yeah.
I'll follow suit.
It's fine with me.
Scurry, scurry, scurry.
While we're on the way down, I'll say to the rest of you guys, does anyone know anything else by chance about this structure? He didn't mention anything to any of you on the trek, did he, about well, any speculation as to the origin of this place?
Filtrum.
Nope.
And Wea Fo just does this like completely dead serious, almost like he's admonishing a child. This is a tower that was sought by a mage. Obviously, it has great historical value.
Well, yes, evidently, but my particular question is about whether or not the man that brought us here had any particular information as to why. Just, I'm not sure of what importance it was to the mage, if this is a worshipping site of some kind, or if it's a source of magical power. Either way, it's obviously important. I was just looking for particulars, if anyone had any ideas, but I know that it's something that will be revealed with time, I'm sure.
Yes, I know absolutely nothing about it. That's why I'm eager to go down and take a look. There may even be warforged in here. We don't know.
Quite true.
All right. So, with that, you guys begin descending on your rope to the doorway, and I think that'll be a good spot to end for tonight.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
You get off.
Um,
Is it like a doorway door, like a structure of wood and stone, or is it like just a hole in the ice?
It's you go through a tunnel of ice to. It'll basically be a small stone room with a wooden door in it when you get down there.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a good stopping point for tonight.
Excellent. Well, had fun as always. Thank you so much
Yes.
for hosting.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.